It's the NFL on EA Sports, and there's no love lost between these AFC South foes. It's the Houston Texans and the Houston Texans, and it kicks off next on Madden NFL 25.
We are pleased as always. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand. Kickoff just moments away. Charles, quickly, keys to the game.
For me, it's coaching. Who prepared his team the best going into this one to give them the confidence to believe that they would win the game? That's who's going to come out of this one on top.
And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. So out come the Texans for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
A first carry here for Joe Mixon. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they for a significant chunk of yardage.
A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak it across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Back to throw. Here's Stroud. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2nd and 1 from the 2. Mixing up the middle. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Texans are on the board first here this afternoon. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they... Touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right...
This will be play number 9 coming up on this relatively long opening drive as they look to convert on 3rd down. Again, it's Mixon. And this time he is in.
Yes.
Joe Mixon punching it in from a yard away. And the Texans drive it right down the field to score on their opening drive. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
Fairbairn good with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. So here come the Texans now for their first drive. And they will be led out by their 6'3" quarterback.
And there's a word that constantly gets thrown around with this guy when you talk to anyone in the building. Potential. They are sky high on what they believe he can grow into in the role of a starting quarterback. In addition, there are plenty around the league who think that as well. And years from now, he can still be leading this offense out.
Back to Mixon on second down. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground. Honed in on.
Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It's taken to the 26. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Here's Joe Mixon as they start on the ground. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Stroud. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for 3rd down.
That's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, on that one, they go with a play fake, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
And to run this play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Texans football to start quarter 2, as they'll start with a 1st and 10 at their own 20. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. Play action. Here's Stroud. This goes out wide from Mixon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And 21 yards there as they convert on 3rd.
That turns into a very well-orchestrated play right there. Going to work his way out of the backfield to the right, and after he looked it in, he found plenty of space to roam and picked up big yardage. Now Stroud. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Here's 2nd and 3. Again, it's Stroud. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Schultz. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 18. A shotgun snap to Stroud. The left side caught by Diggs. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Stroud, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Texans scoop it. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. And they will finally put an end to the return, but not until he takes it back all the way inside the 10-yard line.
I know many talk about the kick return as maybe the most exciting play in football, but any type of a return where it's a change of possession, where the defense gets the ball, that's exciting too, but it's not just an accident. Once they get the football, they've worked on finding people to block, creating running lanes for the guy with the ball, and protecting him. And this one was a long run.
Absolutely, they did all of that and more. They'll give it to Mixon. And he'll work his way closer to the goal line as he's got 5 down to the 3.
Hat tip to that offensive line. They're clearing some holes, even down here deep in the red zone. And that's a nice pickup on the ground on 1st and goal.
Flush to his right. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. C.J. Stroud. A 3-yard touchdown run. And the Texans are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
That was not a designed run. It was supposed to be a pass, but it turned into an exceptional run. What a scramble for a touchdown.
Fairbairn now to add the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. They had the short field, and they made quick work of it. Just 2 plays to get into the end zone. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Sheds off the tackle. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
On the bootleg, Stroud. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Well, they only needed a small gain on 3rd down. They end up getting over 30 yards. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And Stroud now to throw. He finds his running back, Mixon. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. It's a gain of 34. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Mixon. Touchdown, Houston. Well, he finishes off the drive with a touchdown run, Charles. Remember, he also had a catch on this drive as well.
And that's what running backs want to be in today's NFL, a complete back. 3 down, stay on the field, run it and catch it, and he gets it done.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that'll make our score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. A lane opens here. He's past the 30. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well, so that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
Play action. Stroud now. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Here's Stroud. Flushed out right. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
That could be the stop this defense needed to get them back on track. They've been pretty well dissected by the offense here in the first half. After that possession, now they know that they can compete with this offense.
Going absolutely nowhere. He'll wind up losing a yard or 2. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Texans take over an excellent field position. Stroud looking to throw. That one complete. It's Tank Dell. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. Stroud to throw it. To Mixon on the check down. He'll get it inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Back to throw. Stroud. This will be caught just inside the 10. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. 2 yards left on 2nd down from the 9. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Tank Dell, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half.
I don't think it's any state secret to know what they were saying before the start of this drive. Let's go and punch one in the end zone and go into the halftime feeling a heck of a lot better about ourselves. Let's go get this done.
Yeah, tie things up, and then you got a brand new ball game. Fairbairn good with the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the Texans going to get the football one final time here in this first half. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. That is caught. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Again, he'll drop to throw. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And bulldozing his way through. And he's taken down inside the 30. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman, we now proceed to the start of the second half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Texans going to take over here to start quarter number 3. Well, the first half, very even. I mean, really, in all facets, this ball game tied, Charles. So as we start the third quarter, curious to see what the second half brings us.
Certainly am. I'm with you on that one. And we all know a lot of coaches from the NFL all the way down to the Pee-wee level. They love to spin it to their teams. Hey, we're starting a brand new, shorter ball game. It's all even. Let's go out and seize it. This is ours.
That's caught again by Schultz. So the completion good for 7 there. And it's second down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Throw over the middle is taken in by Dell. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first. Stroud sets up the play action. He's got it to Collins, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Mixon with a first down carry. And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Back to Mixon on second down. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Again, it's Mixon. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. Now to change things up, Stroud will throw it. On a slant, here's Collins. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. From the 4, it's 2nd and a couple. Back to throw, here's Stroud. And it's caught. They give him 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
They got a completion there. That's clearly an example of one side happy, the other side not very happy. Defense, hey, take 1 or 2 yards. We're good with that. Offense, you got to expect to get more on the passing play.
And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. 2nd and goal from the 1. Throwing now is Stroud. So no gain on the play. And now we've got a 3rd and goal situation.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be.
And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
Well, he'd been the workhorse on this drive, and it would have been unfair to bring someone else in to finish the job. So they go back to him again, and he delivers with a touchdown run.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50. Stroud off the play fake. Sliding out of the pocket. Stroud is hit, and the ball is loose. And the Texans scoop it. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. He tried to buy some time to the right. So, Charles, when a guy gets out of the pocket, what's the focus of the quarterback?
Most of them keep their eyes downfield. They want to try and make a play throwing the ball. Some of them, they want to tuck it and go. But when they scramble, in this case, as you said, to the right, you're cutting the field in half. So good defenses kind of converge in that spot, and they don't give you much territory to throw the ball. He had nowhere to go with it. Ends up getting the ball stripped.
So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Stroud working out of the gun. They'll let this go deep for Collins. Touchdown! Nico Collins, 45 yards. And the Texans are able to extend their lead in the final seconds of this third quarter. Well, you know he can be explosive, and he's ultra-explosive there on the fly route.
And you know how many times we've talked to coaches, and we've had quoted back to us, well,
Oh, this is blocked. It's picked up a live ball here, remember. But he will not be able to bring this one back, and the extra point attempt unsuccessful. Back now in Houston, where the fourth quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the third quarter. He's still on his feet. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Texans back out there and ready to go. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. He'll get this into the hands of Nico Collins. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Now Stroud. That's complete to Dell. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. From the 25, here's second down at a yard. Stroud will look to throw once more. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
when you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to need a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Here's a run with Mixon, and he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Joe Mixon with his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Texans have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a one-score game here in the fourth.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The Texans offense and C.J. Stroud. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Their lead back down to one score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Derailing that play from the start was Christian Harris. He got back there and stuck him for a loss behind the line of scrimmage. A shotgun snap to Stroud. It's complete to Diggs. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Stroud now to throw. Dumps it off to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again. Here's Stroud. He's got the connection over the middle to Diggs. Call it a gain of a yard, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Stroud. 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Stroud looking to throw. And he's got it. And the Texans are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and goal as they search for what could be a game-sealing touchdown. Going for the knockout punch. They'll try and run. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Joe Mixon taking it in from a yard out. And the Texans will add to their 4th quarter lead. They'll let Mixon try and run it in. And he is into the end zone again as he scores both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion to extend this lead. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. So Stroud and the Texans down by 2 touchdowns. 1:53 remaining. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on 1st down. And that's going to be incomplete.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
Another try, 2nd and 10 now. Stroud to throw it. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
That was one they needed to connect on. They're down, but not quite out. So you have to figure, with under 2 minutes to play, they need to hit on something in very short order.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. Nearly their first pick of the game, but it does bring up 4th down. 4th down, 4th quarter. Here's Stroud. He's going to let it fly. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Houston. Nico Collins, 72 yards. And the Texans' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. When you're trailing in the 4th quarter, you got to take some chances you might not normally take, and here, that one pays off big time.
And you have to think to yourself, not only did that pay off big time for them, but what was going on the opposite side of the ball? They know that they have to take a chance here. They know they have to come up with something big, yet it still happens. So credit the execution, but wonder what the defense was doing.
A little less than 90 seconds to go. This will be an onside kick. And the effort snuffed out. The Texans' hands team recovers. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that one. They needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it.
But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And the Texans are going to have a first down, and that is the big one, as they should be able to run it out from here.
First down, Texans.
Once again, they run with Mixon to about the 26 here. The decision is to decline it and not give him the down back.
They might as well have sent a skywriter above the stadium saying, we don't think you can get the first down against our defense by that decision.
After the penalty, it's Mixon. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. On third down, Mixon, and he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. So a big one coming here for Ka'imi Fairbairn. This to perhaps salt this one away. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The Texans offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. They might be thinking this is close to it, and this is intercepted, and that should do it. Derek Stingley picks it, and he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys have been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. So long from Houston.